When we're doing conscious breathing, the first thing to notice is how does the air flow as we breathe in and out? Do we notice it on our nose, in our nasal cavities, in the throat, in the chest, maybe a little bit in the back and the shoulders? And do we notice it in our belly? Does our tummy move when we're breathing? Now, if we're breathing properly, we're using our diaphragm, which is a big muscle that separates the chest cavity from the abdominal cavity. And the diaphragm is the muscle which we're given to use for breathing. But a lot of the time we get in such a habit of spending our time sitting down that we forget to use our diaphragm, and it's called chest breathing. We're using our chest and our shoulders. Vertical breathing. And that is not a healthy way to breathe. First of all, it doesn't bring very much oxygen into our blood, and the second thing is it tends to stimulate our stress response rather than our rest and digest response, which we need if we want to be relaxed and overcome stress. So the really important thing to do with conscious breathing is to pay attention to our tummy, our diaphragm, and make sure we're doing diaphragmatic breathing, filling our whole lungs up right from the bottom of our tummy. So one exercise we can practice in mindfulness is conscious breathing, just simply to be aware of how we are breathing and not changing that breathing in any way, just observing it. And any time our mind wanders and starts thinking about something else, we just kindly approach it and say, "Hey mind, where have you got to now? Come back with me. We're watching the breath at the moment." It's such an important thing to learn that we are not our thoughts. And we can choose our thoughts and direct our thoughts. Not criticizing, not judging, not getting involved with the thoughts, not getting overwhelmed by the thoughts, not getting annoyed by the thoughts, just simply observing where they are, what they're doing, with a kindly, compassionate, patient, and playful attitude. And then we can become aware of how we're breathing, where we're feeling the breath. Notice whether it's the same temperature when you breathe in and breathe out. Today is quite frosty, and I can really tell the difference between the temperature of the cold breath I'm inhaling and the warm breath as I exhale. Today I've come to the beautiful Walsall Arboretum on my bike. It's the first really sunny day we've had in quite some time. And I've chosen this spot partly because it gives me a ledge to rest my phone on, and partly because there's a convenient tree which stops me getting sun in my eyes and making me feel dazzled. Did you notice I started looking at my face in the camera instead of in the actual camera spot, which is something that is important to remember when we're doing videos. It's a bit like bringing the mind back when it wanders. When our eyesight wanders and goes to the camera and the picture instead of the actual eye of the camera, you have to notice it and with a kindly, compassionate attitude say, "Oi, oi, what are you doing?" and bring it back again. Hi. My son and I came out cycling together, and he's going round in circles while I'm doing this. So that was just him passing by. Okay, so we've observed the breath. We've noticed how we feel the sensation of the breath, and we've learned that it's important to use the diaphragm. So we're taking attention to put our hands on our tummy, take a deep breath in, and gentle exhale. Deep breath in from the tummy, diaphragmatic breathing. And I actually slipped onto talking about something else which is also important, and that is noticing the length of our breath, our inhale and our exhale. So that takes us from conscious breathing to diaphragmatic breathing, and now to rhythmic breathing. And in rhythmic breathing, we're noticing the length of the breaths and keeping a particular rhythm. It's nice to keep a steady rhythm, in and out. It's also helpful to slow the rhythm so that we're breathing more deeply and slowly. Scientific studies have been done on breath and how it relates to stress and relaxation. And what we find is there's the autonomic nervous system, which keeps all of our organs working without us having to think about it. So our heart beats and our blood flows, and we digest and perform all the different things that keep us alive, including breathing, without having to think about it. That's the autonomic nervous system that's in charge. But breathing is special because we do have some capacity to choose how to breathe when we want to. It gives us access to the autonomic nervous system. And when you stop to think about it, there are two sides to the autonomic nervous system. One is the sympathetic nervous system, which is associated with action. And the other is the parasympathetic nervous system, which is associated with rest and digest. And they balance each other and they work together. Now, if you're in danger, your sympathetic nervous system takes over in an instant, split second, before you're even consciously aware of the danger. Your stress response is responding, and it's secreting into your blood the hormone adrenaline, which gives you sharpened attention and fills your blood with oxygen, your heart beats faster, your breathing in speeds up, and you're all ready to fight the enemy or run from it. And the other bit of the fight and flight response is also freeze, because if you're in danger of a predator, it might be best just to keep absolutely still and hope they haven't seen you. So the fight, flight and freeze response is triggered by danger, and it activates the sympathetic nervous system, fills your blood with adrenaline so that you can escape fast, and closes down every other part of your nervous system and your brain, because you don't want to be doing calculations at a time when you need to be getting out of danger. It's a bit like being on the last straight of a sprint. Anything that disturbs you from racing to the goal is going to slow you down. So all that part of your brain that does anything other than keep you safe is closed down, including the parasympathetic nervous system, of course, because you can't be in action and in rest at the same moment. And that's really great when it comes to getting free from danger, which is physical. When we were evolving and there were predators around, we depended on our stress response to keep us safe. But in today's world, the causes of stress are very different. Not only that, you can't use physical activity to escape from them. Not only that, they tend to recur quite frequently. And as a result, it's very common for the stress response to be overactive and the levels of adrenaline to be kept at a high level, which is actually harmful to the body. And the second, after a while, if there's still a problem, the second hormone, which is cortisol, is secreted, and that one frees up energy so that you can carry on running or carry on doing whatever you need to do to get out of danger. And it needs high energy levels in your blood. And for that, it stimulates hunger because you need to eat more. And that also, if it's kept high, is a problem because it contributes to obesity. When the cortisol's there, if there's any free sugar that's not needed right now in the blood, it stores it away quickly for tomorrow if there's another problem. So, in order to live healthy, happy lives in our world today, we need strategies which will help us to overcome stress, to get rid of toxic stress levels which are harmful to our physical body, and to stimulate the rest and digest aspect of our autonomic nervous system, the parasympathetic side. And one of the things that you can notice is the way that these relate to breath. Just stop and think about it. If you're in danger, suddenly faced by a problem, what do? You take a sharp inhale, and when the danger's past, what do? You give a sigh of relief, and that's a clue. The inhale is linked to stimulating the stress response, the action, and the exhale is linked to stimulating rest and digest, the parasympathetic nervous system. So simply by using rhythmic breathing, in which we make the exhale longer than the inhale, we can change our stress level. We can turn down the action, turn down the sympathetic nervous system, and stimulate the rest and digest parasympathetic nervous system. And this is factually proven in scientific studies to be so. Rhythmic breathing reduces your heart rate and lowers your blood pressure. So anytime you have any awareness of stress being a problem in your life, you feel that tension, that sense of panic, or just like overwhelm growing, just take a moment or two out and do some rhythmic breathing. There are lots and lots of different people who are expert on that you can turn to learn more about it. But for the sake of this exercise today, we'll just do a short one using 4, 4, 4, 8. That means a count of 4 before we breathe in, 4 for the inhale, 4 for a hold before we exhale, and 8 for the exhale. Would you like to try it with me now? First of all, just make sure you're sitting or standing in a comfortable position. You can do this in any posture, sitting, standing, or lying down. First thing is to be comfortable, because you don't want to be distracted by tense muscles or any sort of tight clothing or anything like that. So get yourself into a comfortable position. And then I recommend you actually close your eyes so that you can concentrate on your breath and focus on conscious breathing. Then you can make your breath gentle and slow, relaxed. Put your hands on your tummy and make sure you're breathing from your diaphragm. then we'll start the rhythm. Hold 2. First of all, start by exhaling all the breath you can. Exhale through your mouth or your nose. And when you've emptied your lungs, just hold for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. How did you find that? Now just watch your breath again, peacefully and gently breathing in and out in a relaxed way with your own chosen rhythm, which is comfortable for you. Never do anything that puts strain on your physical body. Always balance whatever the exercise is with your own wisdom and your own knowledge of your own system. Because we're all different. And remember, if the mind slips onto something else, don't get frustrated or think you're doing the wrong thing. That's what minds do. It's their habit. Just notice it and bring the mind back to your focus of attention. Bring the mind back to your breath. It often helps to actually talk to your mind. Hey, where have you gone? Are you time traveling again? Off into the past or the future? Come back here. Stay with me. Here, we're watching the breath today. Very good. And now, that's the end of this exercise. So I'd like you to just move your arms a little bit. You might like to shrug your shoulders, stretch your fingers. And what I always like to do is rub my hands together and place them on my cheeks. And just feel you're holding yourself with an attitude of love, kindness, compassion, and gratitude. Gratitude has tremendous power. You can't be full of gratitude and full of fear or worry at the same time. So just for a moment or two, be aware and grateful. Thank you that I have my life. Thank you that I can breathe. Thank you that I can breathe this beautiful fresh air. Thank you for the day. And thank you for friends. Thank you for joining me for this exercise, and I look forward to seeing you another time. Have a very happy day now. And thank you for friends. Thank you for joining me in this little video, and have a very happy day. Bye.